Welcome everyone to a new IoT tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to see home automation system with Google Assistant. And for this project we are going to control an electric bulb and a servo motor through voice commands. In this video we are going to see the demo of the project in the first part. In second part we are going to see the explanation of the project and objective of this tutorial, and in next part we are going to understand the circuit diagram, and in fourth part we are going to see the architecture, that how everything is connected and how the things like Adafruit.io, IFTTT and other services are working in this project. In last part we are going to see the Arduino code and its explanation. So let's look the demo of this project in the next slide. Now I will control this electric bulb and the servo motor, the position of servo motor through Google Assistant. So let's control these. Okay Google, turn on the light.
Turning on the light.
Okay, so you can see that the light is turned on, and we can see that in the tutorial that how these things work, and basically we have configured Adafruit.io with this, so that it will give command to the node MCU so that it will turn on. And let's control the movement of this servo motor. Okay Google, set servo motor to 130.
Setting servo motor to 130.
You can see that from 0 degree it will move to 130, and let's change some other movement so that we can check. Okay Google, set servo motor to 180.
Setting servo motor to 180.
And it is proper. From 0 degree it goes down to 180 degree. And let's turn off the this bulb. Okay Google, turn off the light.
Okay, performing action.
So this is the whole project, and we have controlled the movement of servo motor from 0 to 180 degree, and we have controlled the switching of the light through Google Assistant. And this is the project, and how we have accomplished it we will see in this tutorial. So let's move to this next slide. So the objective of this tutorial is to learn how to control our home appliances from voice commands, and so we will going to learn the IFTTT, how to set up this IFTTT thing so that it can receive voice command from Google Assistant and send web request to Adafruit.io. Basically IFTTT is a service which connects two or more services, and we can, with the help of this, we can control we can send data from one service and perform action to another service, and we will see how we can achieve that using the applet thing. There is a thing in IFTTT which is called applets. Now the third point is set up Adafruit.io platform. We need to have basic understanding of this platform so that we can perform action, and we will write code according to Adafruit.io, because we have written code so that we can control these things in certain manner, control our servo motor and this light bulb which is connected to the relay module. Third thing is the electronics part, in which we are going to discuss the circuit diagram for connecting relay module and servo motor with node MCU. We can use other boards like ESP32, but in my case I am using ESP8266 node MCU. And writing Arduino sketch is not that difficult, because if you have basic understanding of all these things, which then we will easily write the sketch, and according to the command from Adafruit.io, yeah, we can write that. So let's move to next slide. The requirements of the project is very short. It's a node MCU. We need a node MCU, a 5-volt relay module, since we are using the electric bulb through AC supply, AC power source. and the last one, a servo motor. So let's discuss the circuit diagram for this project, and we can see that we have two pins right in the bottom. We have the normal GPIO pins which are used here. D0 is connected to the relay module input pin, and D4 is connected to the control pin of servo motor, and the servo motor is connected to red wire and black wire, which is basically 3 volt and ground. Basically it is powering the servo motor, and for the relay module it is powered by the VN pin and ground pin. Basically in relay modules, some relay modules are will work for 3.3 volt, but some are not. So in this case my node MCU will provide 5 volt supply from VN if I connect the node MCU, power the node MCU from the USB cable. So it depends that how you can power your relay module, but in my case it works. So VIN and ground is basically powering this relay module, and so as soon as a low signal is detected by this, we will get a low signal on pin D0. So this relay module will active low basically. So this is common pin and this is normally open pin. These two will be connected. So as a result of which this circuit will be completed, and we will turn on this red light. Fine. So, and in opposite manner for a high signal this will be turned off. So it is basically a electromechanical switch in deep. So you can see that it is NC, we have NO, and the middle one is common. So the circuit diagram is quite simple and the working is not that complicated as well. So the main part is the configuration of IFTTT, that how we are going to write code for this, and Adafruit.io. This is the architecture of this project, and we can see that we have 3 steps right here. First step is to write Arduino sketch, so that for controlling the pins of node MCU from Adafruit.io, and this is the first step we want to achieve. So, and the next step here is setting up the Adafruit.io platform. We need to set up our widgets. Basically in Adafruit.io we need to set up the feeds for the widget, and appropriately we will handle the pins from that. And the third part is setting up of IFTTT, because this is the main part which will connect the Google Assistant and Adafruit.io. So how it works is basically when we send our voice command from Google Assistant, we have a service called IFTTT, and this service will connect Adafruit.io, which is the IoT based platform which control our node MCU, and node MCU will control our home appliances. So this IFTTT will connect these two applets. We have a applet, pre-built applet of Adafruit.io and an applet of Google Assistant. So this IFTTT service will connect these two, so that we will send our voice command here, and it will interpret this voice command to the data, to anything we want. So basically in this case I am going to send some predefined data, like for a light I am going to send 1 to a specific feed, or we can say topic, because Adafruit.io we are using MQTT, and we can use HTTP as well. We will see in the second flow. This is the first flow for that, and this is the whole architecture, that IFTTT will convert our voice command and send a specific data to a topic which is already present in the Adafruit.io platform. And we need to first set up this node MCU code to link to Adafruit.io, and then second part is setting up of IFTTT. So this is a two-step process, simple two-step process to control our home appliances by our voice commands. So this is it, and the next flow, let's check it. So this slide, we can say we have other platforms as well: Blink, Cloud MQTT, UbiDots, Thinger.io. These are some good IoT platforms which can also help us in connecting our basically controlling our node MCU pins from cloud. But for these, IFTTT haven't provided the applets for these platforms. Basically, we have only for Adafruit. So we can also use these platforms using a another applet which is called webhooks. So this is nothing but a web request. Basically, what we are going to do here is, as soon as someone enter his voice command through Google Assistant, it will send a web request, basically a GET request or POST request to these services, and we need to set up these. Basically, we need to set up the HTTP interface for these services. Like Blink provides its own HTTP interface. Cloud MQTT is a proper MQTT broker service, and it will also provide its HTTP interface. Like if we send a GET request to a specific RESTful API, we can control the pins, the NodeMCU pin from that. And UB.dot also provide HTTP interface. Like if you want to see the Blink thing, let me share my screen. I think, yeah. So you can see here Blink HTTP RESTful API service. So we can write some data to a pin using this GET command, this GET request, simply making a GET request, and you can easily do that in IFTTT. In basically IFTTT, you can easily do that using webhooks, using this webhook service. Fine. So this is the whole architecture, because we haven't get the predefined applet for Blink Cloud MQTT, these services. So we can also use it because these are the free services. So we can use it through webhooks. So, but the interface may be MQTT or might be HTTP, and from that we can easily control these pins, these appliances, this thing through a relay module, basically, because these are not 5-volt supported devices. And this is it. And you got the basic idea. Now let's, as soon as we know that we are using this flow in this project, so first we need to discuss the Arduino sketch. Let's open it. I have written 2 Arduino sketch. This is the first one, because we are basically what we are doing from this Arduino sketch is basically connecting our Adafruit.io, basically sending the servo data and the light data to Adafruit.io. So we need 2 topics here, and we need to send data to those topics, to those feeds. So Adafruit.io also provides its own library, which is Adafruit_MQTT.h, this library, and I have written the sketch in this library too. But for the sake of simplicity, I am using MQTT.h, and this code is more simpler than the previous one, its own library. So in my opinion, you have to use this so that you can easily control the movement of servo motor and everything very easily. So let's discuss it. First, our code starts from setup method. Let's see that. Yeah, here. So first, we are connecting to Wi-Fi, since we have a cloud-based broker to connect io.adafruit.com. This is the broker address, and this is net, which is port number 1883 is the default port for it. So this is how we connect to the MQTT broker right here, and we are setting our light pin, which is if we can see in our project directory. I will share this code on my GitHub repository in the description of this video. Okay, and let's open it, the circuit diagram of it. We can see that easily. This pin of servo motor is connected to pin D4, and D0 is connected to relay module input. Fine. So in the sketch right here, D8. Okay, so we are using pin D8 here, not D4, for servo motor. We are initializing through my servo object. We have defined it over here. Servo, my servo. We have defined an object of servo class, and we are initializing the servo object, the pin. We are initializing the pin right here, and we are initializing right here. And after initializing of light pin, the light bulb pin, we are making it high. So since we know that relay module is active low in state, so that we can initially it will be in off state. For making it off, we need to send a high signal there on pin. Light is on pin D0, so we need to send a high signal on pin D0. Fine. And in these 2 lines, we are connecting to the MQTT broker. Fine. And after that, connect method is called. Let's see, in the connect method we have some very important things. These 2 things. We are subscribing to these 2 topics. Fine. We are subscribing to IoT guy This is the username and feeds and servo. So this is the predefined format of Adafruit.io and slash this is the name of the topic which you are defined at the at your Adafruit.io dashboard. So if I create new block here, let's create a new indicator right now, test light. Okay, so it is already created right here, but let's create another one, test tool underscore light. Fine, and click on this create button, and you have created this topic. This is the feed. You don't need to create it, although if you want, the basic idea is that all you need to know here is that someone or some service will send data to this topic. So you need to create this topic first. So we have created it and we have configured a indicator with it. Okay, so the condition will be if we got value of 1, it will be in green state, and otherwise it will be in 0 state, and the test value according to test value it is changing right here. Okay, so let's title is a status indicator, it will be fine. Let's create a block right now. Okay, so to change the size, click on the setting button and drag it from corner. Yeah, it will be fine. Click on the save button. So we have an indicator with topic. With the topic, we have changed the topic to test _light. So this is the thing you need to write in the subscription part. So this is the topic. The feed, it is not exactly same as the feed. It is prepended with these data, the username and slash feeds. How do I know my username? See that you can easily know the username by clicking on Adafruit IO key, this blue text right here, and you can see that username, your username is this, and your AIO key is this one right there. Fine. So this is the thing. You need to read the documentation so that you can know that which is the topic and how you subscribe it. And if you are using this sketch, I am also share this sketch. If you are using this sketch, you don't need to worry about these things. You can see right here that the topic is feed/light, feed/servo. Like you need to change these two things according to your topic, what you have in right here. In our case it is if you want to see that again, just click on this question mark right here and you can see that in our case it is IoT guy /feed/test2-light. So this is the topic for us, test2-light, not underscore. Let me change it, test2-light. So this is the thing how we subscribe to. So as soon as we connect to the MQTT broker of Adafruit.io, we will subscribe to this topic. So in MQTT, why we are subscribing it? We are subscribing it so that we can get data. So if we get data on this broker, if we get data on this thing from anywhere, in this case, it is getting data from where? It is getting data from IFTTT. Okay. So in this case, we are getting data from IFTTT from our voice commands, indirectly from our voice. Fine. So we will see that later, but for now you know that for as soon as you get any data, you will this callback function will be called. And if topic is equal to if we got on this topic data on this topic, we will check what is the payload, what is the data we got. If the data is 1, we will turn this pin to low signal to low, and if it is not, we will send it to high. And similarly, the servo motor, we are setting what is the data we got. This is the data payload to int. We are converting it to integer value, and after that we are setting it to that value in the servo object. With the servo object, it is going to that position. Tell servo to go to the position of variable POS. Fine. So this is the callback function which will be called every time our this broker will get data on this topic. Fine. Now we have to go to our second part. We are done with the Arduino sketch, understanding of our Arduino sketch. We have done with the widgets. Let's create a widget, another widget first. This is for the indicator. Let's create another for okay, let's create a gauge. Let's make it test underscore servo. Fine, and click on this create button right here, and it is created. Click on it. Next, minimum value, maximum value, set it according to your preference. Gauge width is 25 pixel, test value is 45 right now, and everything looks fine. Create block. It is created right here. If you want to drag it, you can just simply move it right here, or move it right is beside it in the upper part. Click on the save button, and if you want to know the topic, click on this question mark. What is the topic? Feeds / test and minus servo. This is the topic we want to subscribe so that we can get data. So simply click on cancel, and we know the topic, we know the everything, and now what we need to do is set up IFTTT. This is the second step, and after that we are going to complete this tutorial, and let's move it. So right now I have already three applets, and currently IFTTT provides only 3 applets for free account. For not pro account, free account, only 3 applets can be made. This is the recent changes that they do. So introduction of IFTTT Pro is not there previously, but now we can't create more applets other than these 3. So if I want to create new one, I need to delete these 3 first. So let me delete it. So we have deleted all 3 applets that are already created. Let's create new one. Simply click on this create button, and let's create an applet. So we can see if this then that. Simply add in this part that what we need to do here is we need to send voice command from Google Assistant. Search for Google Assistant. Yeah, you can see here Google Assistant right now, and we need to set this thing properly. So you don't see this thing. You first need to add your account on which your Google Assistant is installed on your mobile phone. Fine. So first, when you are setting the Google Assistant on your phone, it will take your default Google platform, it will take your default Google account. But for now, I'm going to the second step. The next step is setting up of this. So for turning on and off the light, we are going to say a simple phrase. Say a simple phrase with number, say a simple phrase with some text ingredient, and this is the 4th thing. So these are the things which are provided by IFTTT, that how we are using our Google Assistant. Right now I am using the first one. So what do you want to say? So what I want to say is turn on the light. Simple. So you can also put another way, like lights on or light on, this way, or these are the optional thing. What do you want to assistants to say in response? Turning on the light. This is the response which you get from Google Assistant. So language is English, and click on this create. Currently it supports 4 languages, I think. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, more languages are there, but fine. Click on this create trigger. So this will create trigger. So as soon as you say anything to your Google Assistant on your phone connected to the account, it will create a trigger, and what action you want to perform, you need to put that in that part. So click on this add button, and we have already Adafruit.io. You can see right here Adafruit. You don't see Blink, BLOINK, no Blink is there. So the only IoT platform right here is Adafruit, and for if you want to use the HTTP interface of other things, you can use webhooks. Fine. So right now I am using Adafruit in this tutorial. Send data to adafruit.io. Fine. So we need to send a field name. This is the topic name which we have created in this adafruit.io platform. Fine. So in this case, I'm going to set for test2. We have created test2 for light, you know that, and data to save. What data we want to send if this trigger is going to happen. If someone says to the Google Assistant that turn on the light, what data should be sent to this feed? So the data to be sent will be written in this place. Data to send 1. Click on this create action, and we have created this part. Click on this continue button, and we can see that if you say turn on the light, then send data to test2 light feed. The one that data will be sent to this feed, and click on this finish button. Fine. The another thing is quite unique, quite understandable, that how we are sending arbitrary or a discrete value of servo positions to this other topic. We will see that in a second. First, we need to make the same for turning off the light by sending 0 to that to this topic test2_light. Fine. So you need to click on create button again, and I think it is a test2_, not minus, so you need to change it. If you are considering the underscore thing, you should change it right here also, that it is test2_, not minus. Fine. And yeah, here you need to set first the same thing like the Google Assistant. Now in this case, I am turning off the light, so simply turn off the light. Simple one. And what's the way? Another way is light off. Okay. And response is turning off. This is the response from Google Assistant, turning off the light. Fine. This is cool. And click on the trigger button. And for then part, we are going to add the Adafruit thing. And in this case, what I'm going to do here is the feed is same, test2_light here, test2_light, and the data we want to send is anything other than 1. For 1 it will be green. For 1 it will be green. For any other value, like this test value is 0, I think. So let's make it anything other than 1. Let me check the AUT session. Okay. So test2_light, the value will be 0, and create action. And it looks good to me. And here it is, review and finishing processes under process. Applet title, this is the applet title right here, and click on this finish button. So we are done with this second applet as well. Now we need to create an applet for our servo motor to control the position of our servo motor. So first we need to set the Google Assistant. This is the important thing, you need to understand it, so that you can also control other things like switching the brightness of the bulb. Like some bulbs support the turning on, apart from turning on and turning off, it also supports the control of the brightness, like some bulb which supports PWM. So you can do that in this manner. Just look at it. This trigger fires when OK Google to by phrase like set number data to 68. Okay. So we can send a number data with our text in voice command, in the form of voice command. We can send also a number data right here. Okay, so this is the thing we want in this project. So you can see that what do you want to say, and we can use hash symbol for entering a number data, and that number data will be according to the user's input or voice command. So let's say it's set servo motor to has symbol. Fine. So this data, this has symbol will be according to the input of the user. Like if I say set servo motor to 60, and this has will be 60 for that. So this is a value which is dynamic, not a static value. Fine. So another way of saying it maybe set servo to has degree, set servo to 30 degree. It will be more specific. And similarly, what should be the response? We can get the response like setting servo to has. This is the response from Google Assistant, and the language is simple, and click on this create trigger button. So you can simply do these things in your similar projects, like controlling the brightness of your electric bulb if the bulb supports that feature. Okay, so you need to use the Adafruit. This one. The second thing, we are controlling the servo. Now we need to use the topic servo basically test underscore servo. So the field will be test underscore servo right here, and data what we are going to send. We are going to send an ingredient data. So the data which we get is number field. This is the number field is basically the number which we have already said in our voice command, that set servo to 30. This 30 will be sent to this Adafruit.io platform on this topic. Okay, so this is how this servo thing works, and click on this create action button, and this is the applet, and click on continue. And now click on this finish button. It looks good to me. Click on this finish button, and we have created 3 applets, which is the maximum limit right now. And now we need to use the pro. You need to pay for this IFTTT service. I think this is the very good service. You can pay for it if you need this service in your project. So currently I am just using it for the purpose of tutorial. So these 3 applets is enough for me, and you can also do it in the same manner as I have done it. So that's all for this video, and you can find the code and circuit diagram in the description. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos like this.